Back of the naturopath, thank you for coming back to my channel. I always appreciate a new face and an old face, any face in fact. Now, question, can lactic acid yeast wafers or lactic acid yeast kill candida? So I've noticed that a lot of people are writing in saying they're getting good results using lactic acid kind of products. Why would you want to use a lactic acid product when you can use a yogurt, okay? When you use a cultured product with lactic acid in it. Be very careful when taking standardized lactic acid products. So here's what you do. If you really want to know how effective it is, you need to get a stool test done. Preferably one before you do the lactic acid treatment. And then you're going to have a look at your beneficial counts. You go on the lactic acid wafers maybe for a while, the treatment, say for about a month, and then repeat a test to see what's going on there. That's going to give you an idea whether you've upset the system, you've pushed it out of balance or not. A lot of people have this fallacious belief that lactic acid has got a super powerful effect on pushing all aspects of health up. The most important aspect is your diet. So by eating the right kind of foods, right, you'll be one step ahead of people who take these kind of things anyway by default. I've noticed there's a few websites popping up here or there now telling people not to eat fermented or cultured foods with candida. Before I opened my mouth about this topic, everybody was telling everybody to eat loads of yogurt, kefir, kombucha, and all this crap when they had candida. Everyone was just shouting it from the rooftops. And here I am yelling from the basement, no, be careful. Don't put everybody on these kind of foods because some people aggravate severely on these foods. Now, some people who watch this, who were to take the advice of taking a lactic acid yeast wafer or a supplement like that in their diet, could get serious aggravation. Right? So, one size never fits all. If the stronger the gut condition you have, the more cautious you need to be, particularly with fermented or cultured foods or lactic acid containing foods, or you'll get massive reactions from the gut. So your first step is to determine what's it looking like in there, right? If you're serious about lactic acid. But my recommendation is not to go down the route of using lactic acid supplements, but rather using the ferments that contain the lactic acid, and then having sufficient fiber in the diet to support the growth of the bacteria that come from that lactate, okay? Lactobacillus acidophilus loves this lactic environment. It really needs that, particularly in order to secrete the acidophilin and the different chemicals that it can make that neutralize, candida. Yes, neutralize candida. Lactobacillus can kill a whole lot of bad stuff in the gut. But you know what? Most people haven't got a 3 or 4 plus count. All right? And how are you going to get your count up? Eating the right food. All right? Plenty of advice on this channel on what to eat to build your beneficial count up. But be careful of supplements like this, because it could be something that could push you over the edge too, especially if your tummy is quite weak and sensitive. All right? Yogurt, much safer. Get a natural sour yogurt. Start maybe with a teaspoon a day. Safest alternative. That's a good way to find out how lactic acid is going to affect your gut. All right? And if it works for you, then great. I've got some people who can eat a ton of yogurt a day and they thrive on it and their gut really improves. And even with candida, they take themselves out of a candida state in 3 months. I've had other people who put a small amount of yogurt in their diet and they go downhill. They get sick. They get gaseous, they get bloating, they feel awful. Take it out then, all right? One size doesn't fit all. If I had a bell that I could ring and it went, look, one size doesn't fit all, and I keep ringing it, that's what I need to be doing, because people need to hear the message, all right? What works for the guy over there could kill that girl over there, all right? Try it yourself and see how it goes. But remember, always be conservative and cautious when you begin any kind of treatment. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.